that what I love about entrepreneurship is the potential for the legacy you can leave behind and how you would want to be remembered if we're remembered, right? How you would want to be remembered and the impact you want to have. Now, your work is deeply impactful. My work, I do it because I want to help people transform how they lead and how they live. I want them to live full, rich lives. Rich meaning emotionally rich, spiritually rich, right? Mentally rich, not necessarily financially. I mean, you can do that too, but I'm talking about the core of the soul,
Mhm,
right? And what
mhm.
you take with you when you die is not your money, it's not the things you have, it's the memories, the love, the joy you experience in your life. And you may not remember all of it, but what you remember will be what matters most in that moment. And so that's why I'm always thinking about that. And I'm always thinking about legacy. And so like how do I want to be remembered? And I'm wondering for you, does that come up in your work? Yeah, can you
All the time. It's really about choosing how you wish to be remembered because if you don't, someone else will, and you might not like the story that they say, but you didn't participate in writing it. So,
So this is why there's this I don't know if it's recent, if it's because I wasn't paying attention before or because it's happening more now, but I'm seeing more women, especially Black and Latina women, getting down their stories, creating books like the ones that you contributed to,
mhm, mhm.
creating books, collection of stories, collection of some kind of idea that everyone's going to contribute to share a story or a perspective. I've seen it in, there's this group called United Latinas that has, I think, 4 or 5 volumes now of a collection of stories by different Latinas talking about their stories and sharing lessons learned, advice. And I don't know if I'm seeing it more now and didn't notice it, didn't notice it before and it was happening, but I feel like since they're especially in the United States, for those who are listening who aren't from the US, this movement of let me tell you about this community, but this community needs to share what that community is about and owning our story and sharing our story. Because, like you said, if we don't, we allow others to create the narrative and it's incorrect or it's not entirely accurate.
And in either case, everyone has the right to be remembered. And you have the right for your story to be remembered in the way that you would tell it. But you have this right. You have to activate on that right. Like, you have to
Yes.
do something about it. It's not something that is bestowed upon you. It is something
Mhm.
for you to take and to grab onto and to do with as you need and will. But there is I would say there is a mixture of an increase of self-narrativity, mostly through the more accessibility of technology through small and self-publishing opportunities. So now we can,
Yes.
create large blogs. Now we can self-publish. We can there's small print platforms, ebook platforms. You can have your own website with your community and then take all of the recordings of the women in your community and put them on this website and a community archiving projects.
Mhm.
Because of where we are in technology, these things are more accessible now. I would also say though, kind of looking at the long lead of history, people have in various ways told and captured and preserved their stories of their communities throughout history. We just might, in our Western context, in which the written word is the primary pathway of which we communicate or in which we transport information, it just might look different. It might look like recipes and cookbooks and weaving and quilting and actual oral histories and storytellings, memory workers, the memory keeper of communities. Sometimes it just look dance, movement, theater, music, song. Like sometimes that history just looks in a different format than we're used to in our modern Western context.
Yes, because 'cause we're looking for, like, a book.
Looking for a book when the women of these communities have been using the exact same recipe for the
Mm,
past 400 years and
mhm,
teaching it to their daughter in the same way and
mhm.
the same music, the same dance, the same way that there's just knowledges around how we, take care of kids and how we speak our language. Like, there's so much there, but we do have modern technology that allows us to write a lot more books.